And welcome to another episode of The People Ask About Web3, where we demystify different Web3 topics and try to make some sense out of this new emerging technology. Today, we are going to have Thomas. He's the CEO of Flywallet, and I'm super excited because he's bringing a topic that I actually don't know much about, and I'm really curious about. How can we facilitate and have sustainable travel using Web3? I usually I have a little bit of a longer introduction because I give my thoughts about the market and everything. But right now, I'm just going to pass the ball to you. Maybe let yourself give a little bit of a better introduction and give us a high-level overview of what are you building and how you got into this space, and how can you help people that want to travel with Web3. Awesome, and thank you for your time.
Definitely, yeah, definitely, Gregor. Thanks so much for having me on your show. It's really an honor to be able to share Flywallet anytime that I can, and just amazing opportunity. Flywallet is really a project that I hold to heart. We really aim to making travel affordable for all. Just to really take it off the bat, our core objective, our mission is to show that, experiences are worth more than things. And to do that is to help people be able to invest in it, grow their funds so that travel is actually within reach. Web3 makes this possible. There really is no limits to what we can do. It's really based on our imagination and really the community aspect of how we can all bring these projects or these experience to life. Is
quick question. Sorry, because you said something that threw me off. So what is the difference between Web3 and Web2, and why is there something different? What is the main underlying value?
Absolutely, I appreciate that question a lot because what makes Web3 is the accessibility. Especially when you're offering a financial service. In our case, we're offering financial service for travel, but in general, when you're offering a financial service, you're really limited by jurisdiction. If I want to offer savings in Italy, and I want to offer savings, let's say in the US, and I want to offer savings in Brazil, these are three different central banks, three different, jurisdictions that I have to make sure that I'm regulated in all three of these jurisdictions, and Web3 makes it accessible globally.
How does this relate to travel? Let's say I'm traveling to Bali, and what would be the advantages of using, for example, Flywallet, and me doing it the traditional way with MasterCard or whatever, PayPal or whatever other method there is?
Well, believe it or not, like a lot of checkout pages, booking pages, are not accessible in some countries. Like some payment methods. If I take West Africa, for example, they go on a travel booking page. Like the payment method cannot be accepted. Although we're seeing more and more diversification, in methods of payment, and this is where Flywallet, positions itself in not just the ability to pay for your flights with cryptocurrencies, with stable coins more precisely, but you're actually able to save and build up your wealth or build up your travel fund to pay for travel. Web3 really enables us to innovate the booking experience. You see, like instead of going to the page when I have the money already, and stressing about which flight is the cheapest and when, like Flywallet is here to walk you through the process. So take you from before you have the trip, take you step by step, saving every week or every month, build up your travel fund so that then you can book. And just, Web3 gives you that opportunity to innovate the booking experience.
So you guys are basically changing the process of the user experience. So you are giving new tools and as well changing the user experience, meaning the steps or the whole mental process that would go into buying a ticket. So that is pretty revolutionary. That is just more than just offering a technology, that is redesigning and rethinking a process that is that might be broken right now, I don't know if it's broken or not, because that's the only process that we have. So that can't really compare it or benchmark it to something else, except, for example, like Flywallet right now. So I'm starting to understand a little bit. What does it mean that Flywallet walks you through the kind of in the months? Say, let's say I want to go to Bali. So what will be the difference of changing this process for me of going to Bali? Let's say I don't have the $1,000 required for the ticket, and I go on Flywallet and I would find maybe a flight.
But it's the whole process of how the travel industry can actually approaches the customer. Instead of me empowering you, I tell you, Gregor, there's this flight, going to Bali, in 3 months, and it's, I don't know, 1,500 euros, and you're like, okay, but like 1,500 euros is good. And then another airline says you can get it for 1,200 euros, and just you're getting all of this information of, oh, wow, there's this other flight back and forth from Bali that maybe there's 2 stops, on each route, but, now it's $1,000, wow, that's a good price, and I need that. And it just creates a lot of stress, like, am I getting the right price? Am I going to get the best discount? It kind of blocks you.
Completely right.
I mean,
and even seeing the people on the plane and asking them, I
never
get
ask.
stressed.
That's the worst question.
You never ask because I'm always sure that they got the cheaper price.
Absolutely. And it's just like it creates a very intimidating process. And then you're like, oh, it's in 3 months, like, $1,000, 1,000 euros. That means I have to start saving 300 per month. That means I can't go out. It creates all of these aspects where a lot of people, and this is true data, that 7 in 10 people go into debt for a 1-week vacation, So they kind of either go into financial difficulty before, or they put themselves into debt for after so that they can book that flight. And so Flywallet is really here to simplify the process, like, okay, Gregor, you want to go to Bali, when do you want to go? Do you want to go in 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years? Like, when's the time? Okay, if you want to book at the best time, which we have this embedded in our product, like, you need to save, start saving 150 per month, and you'll be able to go to Bali in a good financial environment, like financially healthy without going broke. And what's cool is that the first time you start doing it, like, it's joyful planning, your anticipation, you're excited for it, like, it's not like stressed. It's like more like, okay, I'm one step closer every month. And that's what makes it really special. That is encouraging. It's like Bali's within reach,
So
you can go to Bali.
Sounds like a little bit of a gamified experience.
Absolutely.
Gamified experience, is there tokens involved?
Yes, of course. Like, there is earning opportunities on Flywallet. There isn't a Flywallet token yet. This is, I don't want to make any spoilers yet, but we are, in the process of actually designing, a token. A tokenomics, of how we can actually make it beneficial for the user, but at the same time, it's also improving the travel industry, because tokens, fungible or not, have the ability to make people, create community, create
of course, and
loyalty, value, and the travel industry could really benefit from that part of the Web3 stack. So it's a process that we really want to do, like, strong and efficiently, where we can help the travel industry become more user-friendly, more inclusive, more adapted to the average traveler. Like, back then, travel used to be a luxury. You had to be rich to travel. To go on.
Yeah. Well, now after the pandemic,
safari.
feels like again you have to be rich to travel.
True.
With all of the airplane tickets having skyrocketed. So you guys changed the process, the initial process, and you allow to pay for the tickets via cryptocurrency, right? So via stablecoins. So how does this happen? A user goes on the website, inserts their wallet, and they pay for that ticket. But that ticket is from, for example, like, let's say, British Airways. You guys purchase the ticket using fiat currency, I imagine?
Yep, exactly. Like, this is We have a great travel agency. We're also a licensed travel agency, so
Okay.
we're able to book flights directly with the airlines. However, when a user actually books with their cryptocurrency, there is a process for us to be able to transfer those funds to the airline. And Flywallet wishes to become that gateway, that
Okay.
position itself where airlines can actually see the benefit of tokens. But we work with stable coins only, Gregor. This is important.
Yeah,
Stable
of course it's
coins
important. Yeah, of
are
course
very
it's
important.
important for well, hopefully you didn't work with too much USDT or US. What was that thing
Uh,
that
at this time, we
yeah.
have stable coins USDC and DAI on Polygon,
Okay.
and USDC, CUSD, and C Euro on the Celo network. So Polygon
Okay.
and Celo are
But
two.
that's also a very
One.
interesting concept because right now there is if you wanted to spend your crypto in some way, for example, like for traveling and for your ticket, yes, you can get a credit card and use that. Depends on which country you are in. But alternatively, you could just go to Flywallet and purchase all of the tickets that you require with your current crypto, which I think is really cool. How long is the process for once I purchase the ticket and once I get my ticket? Is it immediate? Is it
Yeah,
automated?
yeah. It's automated. Everything's automated. It's immediate. It's the booking experience at its core, is the same. It's just that prior, if you want to save, Flywallet provides you that service. If you want to just book, it's even faster because you don't have to take out your credit card, enter your name, the date
Mm,
of expiry, the CCV.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
exactly,
can just
exactly,
connect your wallet,
exactly.
check
Yeah,
out, boom.
yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly. It's much more smoother and beautiful,
yeah, yeah,
well,
way smoother, way
a much
smoother.
smoother
And
experience. Uh, Question. So this is really innovative and very interesting. How and why did you decide to build this? I mean, this is a very niche down use case. Why?
um, initially, I always, I worked in financial inclusion, public-private partnerships where
Yeah.
we try and marry profit and impact, and so empowering people financially has been a big topic, for the past decade. We see all of the neo banks coming out, innovating the banking system, supporting communities, yeah, financially. And so I always find that there was a blockage, like people don't really trust banking or credit, like for example, just a little parenthesis, like book now, pay later, is just another buy now, pay later. Sorry, is another way of packaging, credit. Like it empowers people, but at the end of the day, they're creating credit. You're not really bringing them, empowering them to live better lives because let's believe it. And so what inspired me to create Flywallet, is that it's not about how much you have in your account. It's what you do with the money inside your account. So if I have $1,000, how I'm going to manage that is the same way I'm going to manage $10,000, or $100,000, and it's just being able to allocate it into instead of it being assets or experiences, things that are going to empower me to live a better life. And so travel is basically the niche that I kind of really wanted to really focus on in terms of no matter your work or your job, if you're able to take your family on a trip once a year, or twice a year, even better, you're doing your job, you're fulfilling your responsibility. I'm not just saying that going on vacation is the only thing about it, but it creates a balance. It creates like a healthy lifestyle that you're yeah, you're living a healthy life. So ultimately, you're winning. Like you don't have to say, oh, one day I hope I'll earn, over 100K a year. Like it's like, oh, with my 50K a year, or my 35K a year, or my 25K a year. Like I can actually put money aside every month. I can take my family on a trip, build memories that last forever, and kind of like make my reality a bit better than it was yesterday. And like it's on a deeper level, but that's really why how Flywallet was born. You know, instead of empowering people just financially, like directly, we kind of wanted to do it like, you know, with purpose. You know, like directed financial support. Like take it one step further.
That's very deep. That's very profound, and a true noble cause to start a wallet. I see the mission. I see how it adds value to the Web3 space. I see how the experience is different. How you guys are changing the experience. I will be actually trying it myself. How are you guys getting users and community being in the Web3 space in such a different category than most Web3 kind of companies?
Well, the cool aspect is the fact that you can book your flights with your token. So that's a great off ramp. You know, like, you know, it gives utility to your tokens. You know, to your
Yeah, of
crypto.
course.
And so the most successful, like as of today, you know, or as of recently, like our most successful, you know, are just acquisition, you know, and is actually collaboration with other projects, you know. So, for example, business travel, you know, in the Web3 space, let's say rewards, and you know, competition, prizes, you know, for example, oh, if you interact with this community, or, you know, if you provide insights, or you provide value, you know, you can earn a discount on your trip if you pay for your flight with, you know, USDC or CUSD. We're able to gift over, you know, airdrop some stable coins, you know, for you to be able to book a flight. Like, we're a great resource to be able to empower all these Web3 communities, because stacking tokens, you know, growing tokens is
Yeah.
good, but having something you can spend on is
Yeah. I
more
understand.
special.
I perfectly understand. So basically, all of the metaverse awards, ceremonies, conventions, and events, you guys partner with them.
Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
Try to provide the kind of why, because those are the kind of users that have the most crypto. So they would be really interested and would really appreciate a service like Flywallet. Do you guys? Is it do you connect your own wallet to it, or is it a custodial service?
Yeah. No, not Gregor. It's Web3, non-custodial, decentralization. If I could
Okay.
have if I could have a t-shirt with decentralization, that's my. I love that concept, you know, of Web3. Like, it's really that's the beauty of it. Obviously, in terms of adoption, but no, you have your own wallet, and in the future, if you have to, you can maybe create a wallet with Flywallet, but it will be non-custodial. This is
Okay. Yeah.
it's extra important. Extra
You
important.
said something really cool during what we were talking. That is, you just log in your wallet, you pay for the transaction. You don't need to insert your credit card,
Yeah,
any other information, log in, and so on. It's just kind of very quick, a step up or an improvement of the current technology that we have right now. Even if I go right now to whatever site I use for booking, even if I have my credit card saved and my
your
credentials
passport
saved,
too.
yeah,
You
my
have to take your
passport.
passport out too.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Well, no, not with, but you'd have to take your passport out to put your passport number. You know,
Yeah,
like to book a flight. Like,
yeah,
it's very the process is just not, you know, not simple. Well, not easy. You know, it's intimidating. You know, for a first time traveler to book a flight, you know, like you feel like you're signing over your life. You know, and so Web3 has the ability to kind of take it a step. You know,
yeah.
step smooth,
Give it a different approach, basically.
a different approach.
So
Well
yeah,
said.
exactly. So I really like that. Have you guys received? How long have you guys been around? Have you guys? What is your team, more or less? And have you guys received any funding, or are you part of an acceleration program?
Flywallet has started in 2018. I've been working on this, like, you know, like very inception, first version. You know, like it's been an ongoing process. You know, twists and turns in terms of coming to Web3 has been like you know, an amazing journey, because it's out of utility. As I said, being globally accessible, being inclusive is our core vision. And so Web3 enables that. I apologize for the noise if you can hear that. On the other aspect, our team, we're comprised of two co-founders, two engineers that are working, on the project full time, and just yes, it's amazing. We're all decentralized, Europe, US, Africa, Latin America. So it's actually literally like completely decentralized, and it's an amazing environment to be able to build in. Especially the timing with Web3. All the opportunities are there. In terms of funding, we've only received grants as of now. We're in a pre-seed round, but we'll be raising in the first quarter of 2023. So I'm building relationships. I'm very, stubborn. I like to protect the vision and the mission that we're going for. Because this is about, Web3 is a responsibility, and we really have to be able to introduce it, in a very, in a responsible way, but in a positive way. Like, use the technology for good, and empower people, and that's how we'll be able to generate, more revenue, more margins, more gains.
You say again something that strikes, and that is that you are focused on the mission and the vision of the company, and keeping true to that, and kind of in hard times keeping to the vision and the mission, and not maybe because of panicking pivoting, accepting new ideas and things like that. And as a founder, first person, I can tell you that that is hard, but that is also very important, and in the end it pays off if you're aligned, if you're aligned with kind of what happens in the future. So that's super cool. I really wish you guys all the best, and maybe in some time we can check back in and see what is happening, how the seed round is going, and so on. I wanted to ask you one more thing. Is there anything that we didn't cover today? We've talked about how you guys are changing the Web 3.0 industry, how you're, I think, really cool, changing the process of buying tickets, not just allowing it to be bought with crypto, but actually changing the whole user experience. What else? Did we forget something?
We didn't cover, I didn't mention, like, what also makes us unique and working on Web3 is amazing, is the ability, the sustainability aspect of travel. So this is especially true for the Celo blockchain, which have been amazing support for the Flywallet project up until today, in terms of the things that we can do, with just value, money, go by regenerative finance, of offsetting carbon, or using the planet, as like a backer for money, is a concept that's so motivating, so inspiring, that we can actually make that happen. And so how Flywallet works on the Celo network is that all booked flights, offset carbon, automatically. So while you save with the platform, money is going towards offsetting CO2. And,
can you let's just pause right there, because I need one clarification. So I've heard quite a bit about the Celo network. I've also know some colleagues that are working on a project on the Celo network. I've heard other people working on sustainability projects on the Celo network. What is so special about the Celo network, and how does this carbon offsetting work?
The community in the Celo network is unique. Everyone in the Celo network or Celo community or ecosystem, believes in a world where money can be beautiful. And just that, like, it requires some type of, wisdom, optimism, whatever you may call it. But there's that, there's that collective perception, or collective, energy that is devoted to that, So that's really something that I personally feel is unique about it. Like, it's very motivating to work with founders from that ecosystem, because you're really fighting the good fight. And to answer your question, how regenerative finance works. Obviously, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to understand more and more every day. But essentially, there's a whole economy of carbon credits. Which are metric tons of CO2. So let's say I drive my car, I fly a plane, I don't know, I I walk down the street, and I'm drinking, I don't know, a milkshake that was made with a machine or whatever. But everyone has a carbon footprint. So every day, someone has a carbon emission footprint. And what regenerative finance's concept is that we're able to basically turn that emission, into a token, into a credit. Actually, the credit economy already exists, but then it's bringing it on chain, and on chain enables it to be able to be retired, in a very transparent, and automated way. Carbon credits actually exist for a long time, like this way to quantify how much emission is being used. But bring it on chain. This is where the Celo network actually is very special. Is that enables us to be able to offset them in a transparent way. Like, we're able to know where the emission is going. Like, oh, I offsetted this carbon credit, like it's going towards a project that's planting trees, for example, or it's going towards building, solar panels, like whatever it may be. At least Web3 gives you that transparency to know what's happening. Like where that money, where the offsets are going. It goes deeper. It goes deeper than that. I'm just really trying to give like a global perspective. It's all about trust, transparency.
You have opened a whole new chapter, basically. So not only are you revolutionizing the way that people, the experience of buying the tickets, allowing to use your crypto as well to buy the tickets, but also in the same time providing or offsetting your carbon footprint, which is just kind of a win for everybody, and it's amazing. And I think these are the whole new concepts of Web3, and pioneers like yourself that are bringing to. I'm super grateful to. These are going to be the technologies of the future, no doubt, because the value that they provide is undoubtedly far greater than what we have today. I think also we are just scratching the surface, basically, on kind of what is possible. And also, I'm sure once there is going to be bigger user adoption and more integration between services and a better infrastructure and more knowledge about different Web3 platforms, and also an upgraded probably version of Celo and all of these other networks, things are going to be much better integrated, and and it's just going to be a great ecosystem that I'm really excited about being part of. So first of all, I want to thank you for taking some time to do this interview with me. I want to really thank you for kind of shining some light into this whole new area that I didn't completely did not didn't know existed, or didn't know that there could be value in this area of Web 3.0. So thank you for that. I'm sure the listeners have appreciated this as well. I will leave all of the information regarding Flywallet down in the description below. So for anybody that is interested in purchasing a ticket using Flywallet, and also using crypto, and also having a completely transformed user experience while purchasing the ticket, might be really interesting to check it out. So I will be checking it out in first person. That's for sure. So Thomas, thank you again. Thank you very much for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate what you're doing. And looking forward to speaking soon.
Awesome. And thank you everybody for listening. And I will see you in another episode of The People Ask About Web